If you haven't gotten max level in Grow Garden, you have been slacking. But today I'm going to show you a guide on how to get max level extremely fast in the new Roblox Grow Garden update. So with the new recent update, you have received a new item in your inventory. It is called a garden guide. Now, Roblox Grow Garden devs have been talking about how they have to focus on the gardening aspect of the game because these events, some people are getting mad. The whole entire Discord is getting mad. All right, so basically, let me go and show you how this works. Now, this garden guide right here is going to be your very lucky friend to get you a special achievement right here. This achievement, once you complete every single achievement in here, you will receive the Statue of Achievement. It is a cosmetic item which you place down on your garden. It's a hard flex. Everyone that sees it is like, wow, bro, this guy actually trenched the game. He's a good guy. He knows what he's doing, bro. He's a pro. He's not a noob. So basically, having this right here will make you not a brokey no more. This is like better than having a mimic octopus. Okay, maybe not. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, I haven't completed it, so I have been slacking, but I've been trying my best to complete it, and I figured out a bunch of strategies that's going to make your life way easier for this. So make sure you watch towards the end. We're going to talk about all the strategies and everything, give you a little recap in case you don't want to see all the fat in the beginning of this video, but let's go into it. So, grand prize. You got to get 104 achievements complete. Do you understand how difficult this is? Do you understand how difficult 104 achievements is, bro? Especially when you're growing gardening over here, you're doing the beanstalk stuff, you're trying to complete this event, you're trying to max level up your alt account, you're trying to hatch eggs, bro. There's just so many things, but Grow Garden is finally becoming a game where you don't have to sit around and wait. You can keep on doing something every moment. So it's pretty cool, I think. What do y'all think about the garden guide? Just comment down below. All right, how do you get XP very quickly? If you go over to the player section right here, as you can see, I'm only level 2. So if I want to max out my XP, I have to really complete all these achievements as fast as possible. So let's start off by the common achievements. If we look at every single achievement in here, we're going to see the same thing. Shoveling plants, harvesting, gifting, selling, and cooking. That is basically it. It's 5 things only. Sell, cook, gift, harvest, plant, whatever. So what we want to do is we want to go to each one and we want to figure out what each achievement is going to contain. So honestly, the best way for me to do this is just taking a screenshot. Unfortunately, I don't get to see the whole page, so it kind of makes it more difficult. Let me see if I can find a wiki page. Now, before I show you everything, please go over to the Milky channel and please join the Milky army. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, bro. We are grinding hardcore, showing you everything, and we're posting 2 videos every single day, bro. Look how many uploads we got here, man. We've been posting for 3 months. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. So let me show you. Guess what? I got it. All right, I got it right here. So instead of going through every single achievement, I have gotten a thing right here that's going to show every single achievement, okay? So what you can basically do is probably grab a screenshot right now. Let me kind of like stack them so it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Some of them I'm going to stack here. Let's go like that, and then all divine and all prismatic. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit of time. All right, so let's go over everything because we need to strategize on how to get this fast. So here is every single achievement possible. I think this will actually be a lot easier if we just have them like this. Okay, so we have them like this, and then just kind of like side by side, okay? There we go. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. So the mythical, divine, and prismatic. So what you're looking at here is the wall of achievements. Every single achievement currently in the game that you have to complete. So let's start off by the common and the uncommon. So if you're kind of confused what you're looking at here, basically this is the common section. So here's the common achievements, and this is going to be all of it right here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the point, okay? So same thing for all uncommon. Here's the uncommon achievements, and here's every single achievement. Here's the rare achievements, and here's every single achievement here. Plus you got rewards. So you can get you get a total of 3 cooking kits. Okay, so 3 cooking kits from each reward. So this gives you 1, this gives you 2, and then I think it's one of these. So this gives you 3. The mythical one gives you the 3rd cooking kit achievement. Okay, the cosmetic, you get the point. Those are going to be for cooking, which is essential. It's going to make it way easier for you to cook. You need this, 100%. All right, let's start off by this. So what I'll be doing first is shoveling all the plants. So first things first, I would actually start by getting plants. So I can go in and show you all of this list right here. This obviously looks a little bit prettier and easier to understand, but I'm going to go off of the little like whiteboard that we have over there and show you everything. But as you can see, all of these have like different achievements here. They're all kind of the same: harvest rainbow, gold, silver, corn, whatever, and so on. But like I said, watch towards the end because I'm going to show you everything. The pets included, all the things you need, all that kind of fancy stuff. All right, anyways, so I'm showing you that everything here is in fact on the whiteboard that we're looking at. So first things first, day 1, right? Let's just say day 1. Grab your alt account or your main account, whatever you're trying to complete this on, okay? Just simply AFK on the blueberry or whatever you want. So you're gonna sit here, you're gonna leave your account on, AFK on the blueberry, the strawberry, the carrots. I would start off by the blueberries and the strawberries, okay? Or blueberry and other things. But what you're trying to do is you want to get at least like 1,000 blueberries, okay? So what we're gonna do first is get a bunch of blueberries by AFKing. So when we wake up, we're gonna have 1,000 blueberry seeds. Then we're gonna plant an entire army of blueberries right here, all of them. Then you're gonna go down the list and you're gonna wanna set up this exact pet setup right here. So you're gonna be using stegosauruses, red giant ants. So you wanna have an entire pet slot, which is only the pets that can duplicate fruits or plants. So stegosauruses have a 10% chance to duplicate harvested fruits, while giant ants have the same setup, 10% chance to duplicate harvested fruits. That is what we need. These guys are gonna make everything 50% faster. So when you go into the garden guide and we go to the hardest achievement, the prismatic one, right? Look how difficult this is, bro. We have to harvest 300 elder strawberries. So it's either we duplicate using our strategy right here, or we just do this legit. So I will use the pets to actually duplicate and get it a 50% increase. So that means when you're duplicating, you're getting 50% back. Look at this. So if we go over here, backpack sell, I'm gonna sell this real quick. All right, I've sold everything. So if I go over here and I just kind of hold it down, as you can see, it's already duplicated. You're getting a bonus blueberry and so on. And just like that, we're knocking out that quest line in no time. Now I've already completed harvesting 1,000 blueberries. So we are good. I already finished this up. So what we need now is to complete the most difficult one. So once you plant all the blueberries, we're gonna shovel 1,000 plants. Here's why. So in short, we wanna start off, so to start, okay, here we go, to start, we're gonna AFK, so AFK and buy, what did I just do? So to start off, we're gonna AFK and buy 1,000 blueberry seeds. Then we're gonna place 1,000 blueberries, let it grow, and then we're gonna harvest all 1,000 blueberries, okay? And then we're gonna shovel 1,000 blueberry plants. So the entire stem, okay? So that's gonna be our starting off basis. And now let me show you the pets that we need. All right, so I just made this over here. I took a screenshot of every single pet that you will need. So since you have 3 pet slots, I'm gonna have it set up just like this. So first we're gonna have our duplication pet slot. So this is gonna be our pet slot number, oh, I almost deleted everything. Pet slot number 1. All right, we're gonna have our duplication ones. These are gonna be 8 pets total. So either giant ants, red giant ants, or stegosauruses. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna be duplicating those fruits, making it 50% faster. Then we're gonna have our mutation slots. Okay, so this is gonna be our pet slot number 2. So mutations, okay? Just call it that. All right, so this is gonna be mutations, and then this is gonna be duping, so duping, and then we're gonna have another pet slot, so pet slot number 3. Bro, can you just resize, bro? All right, boom, just like that. And then pet slot number 3 right over here, and that's gonna be our duping for, so it's gonna be our selling one, okay? We're just gonna call it pet slot number 3, selling, okay? So every time we sell, we can also duplicate. Now let me explain this real quick. If you have this setup here with these pets, exactly, so either you have 8 giant ants, 8 red giant ants, or 8 stegosauruses, you can knock this out super quickly for, like I said, our harvesting stuff. So you gotta remember, what we're doing is harvesting, shoveling, placing, planting, all that kind of stuff, okay? So we are planting, harvesting, and shoveling, okay? Got it. And we're also gonna be cooking, so just be aware of that. We are gonna be cooking later down the line. So basically, using these pets right here, these are gonna make our our harvesting 1,000 blueberries will be easy. So every single achievement here is gonna have harvesting. So as you can see, harvest 2 hornet carrots. That's gonna be harvest. So as you can see, harvest right here. How about we make all the harvest be like a green color? So harvest, then we have, let's just say right here, harvest 250 mutated crops. So this is why, for the mutated crops, we're now gonna need our mutated pets. So right here is going to be our mutation pet slot. Now, you're going to need a praying mantis, okay? So praying mantis, you don't need one, but if you have a praying mantis, it works. It can replace, for example, the butterfly and dragonfly. It won't be as effective. But anyways, praying mantis every 80 seconds is going to basically pray, and it's going to give you a 1.5 variant chance, which means rainbow or gold. Surprisingly, maybe in the future, they're going to make it where it gives you rainbow, gold, and silver, possibly. But getting silver plants might be a little bit difficult, but it's not that hard because it's not that rare either. So just be aware of that. You will need to get silver plants another way. So praying mantis plant is going to cover you for the rainbow or gold. Then you have a dragonfly. This is going to turn your entire garden gold. That's the whole point. So every 5 minutes is gold. Not bad. That's how you get those gold plants. So whenever you see right here, it says to get like gold plants. So over in the prismatic section, they wanted us to get disco crops, which you would need literally a disco bee for this. So I guess we should put that down too. There we go. I just added the disco bee. Okay, so this is going to be for the disco. So every 15 minutes, the disco bee is going to make your fruits disco, making that achievement really easy. So as we saw, disco crops, you got to harvest disco crops. So any like 30 disco crops would work, which is going to be pretty easy if you have the disco bee. Then you got to harvest 300 beanstalks. That's going to be from our duplication one, pretty easy. Harvesting silver beanstalks, a little bit more difficult unless you use like the silver fertilizer and other things like that. Rainbow beanstalks, as you can see, rainbow beanstalks. And let's go find gold. You see gold ember lilies. So our dragonfly will help with this. Our butterfly will help with beanstalks. And then let's see what we got here. So as you can see, our butterfly every 30 minutes will take any fruit with 5 mutations and turn it rainbow. So think of it this way. Once you get those rainbow fruits complete, you are going to be chilling, bro. The hardest one's probably going to be like, maybe, I mean, it's not really that hard. 5 gold Romanesco, 1 rainbow Romanesco. Like your butterfly should be able to do this in no time. So just be aware of this. This is basically what we need for the mutations. As you can see, there's not many other crazy mutations. It's just like harvest gold plants, rainbow plants, silver plants. They also have like shocked crops, harvest 75 shocked crops. Just go use a lightning rod or go use another pet. So this pet right here, Raiju, basically makes it so everything gets shocked. So you could try this one, or I'd recommend actually using any pet that has a shocked mutation. So a shocked pet mutation. Because if you have any pet with a shocked pet mutation, when it rains, your whole entire garden will become shocked. That's how I got all these to be shocked. And if you saw my alt account, it had so many shocked plants. As all you can see, I have a shocked capybara. Let's take a screenshot. During a thunderstorm, every 50 seconds, it's gonna shock everything nearby. So that's gonna be your best bet. Get the shocked mutation pet, or like I said, get the Raiju. So we would need this for the shocked pet mutation, okay? This is gonna be very important to getting those shocking plants. All right, got it. So we have the shocked one covered. Okay, so shocked mangoes is another one right here. And let's see, so mutated plants. This is pretty easy. Harvest 5,000 mutated plants. Any plant that's mutated, right? So if you want to knock out mutations quickly, get yourself a pterodactyl. A pterodactyl does around 3 to 4 random fruits every 10 minutes. So after about a day, your whole entire garden should be covered in just like wind-struck plants. So that'll make it where your pterodactyl will literally fill your whole garden with mutated plants. So harvesting mutated plants and doing all the harvesting stuff should be pretty easy. Now we also have harvest 60 wind-struck crops. We have chilled crops. So if you want to do chilled crops, just go ahead and use any one that has a frozen pet mutation. So like I have a praying mantis with a frozen one. But what you're gonna actually do is probably use a sushi bear. I remember they just added a new pet that made it so it was in the last update. I think it was a sushi bear. Yeah, right here. There we go. So it says sushi bear every 77 seconds. It can make your plants be chilled or frozen. So I'm gonna actually grab this dude. Let's go and move him over to our guide right here. So he is pretty valid. He's gonna make your plants basically chilled or so on. What's going on here, bro? Let me shrink. Let me shrink this, bro. I'm trying to show people stuff. Boom, sushi bear. So this is gonna be our guide for getting a bunch of those chilled things right here. So chill, perfect. And it's gonna feed your pets. Pretty cool. All right, dope. So we got all this. We're good to go. We got this all covered. So harvesting. Then it comes to feeding. So yeah, it's one other thing too. You're gonna realize you're gonna have to be feeding your pets and stuff. So the entire achievements. So achievement setup, right, is achievement setup. We are planting. We are harvesting. Okay. So planting, bruh. There we go. Planting. We're harvesting. We are feeding pets. We are cooking. Okay. And so yeah, planting, harvesting, cooking, feeding. We're also selling plants. All right. So that's pretty much like the premise of it. So as you can see, every single one has sell 500 strawberries. Gifting. Oh yeah, we got to also mention we are also gifting. So you want to have an alt account. So gifting, have alt. That's going to make it way faster. So yeah, we're going to be gifting in each one. So you want to start off in sections. And this is the whole entire thing that I've been trying to get to. And if y'all made it to the end of the video, thank you so much that has made it to the end. First of all, please subscribe, bro. Help me out, bro. We got some crazy guides here, dude. It took me so long to actually make this thing, dude. All right, dude. Anyways, moving forward. So let's just say we start off with harvesting. So like I said, I want to first start off with buying the 1,000 blueberries, planting the 1,000 blueberries. If you really want, while you're planting, have a wind-struck pterodactyl. So my boy over here is gonna make it where your whole entire garden will be mutated, okay? So harvest 1,000 blueberries, plant them, have pterodactyl to mutate all 1,000 seeds. It's gonna help you like knock out some extra things. You don't have to wait for that, but you can if you want, okay? Here we go. So this way you can at least knock out harvesting 1,000 mutated plants. So one of the achievements here should be harvest like 1,000 mutated plants. So this will at least do like a lot of it. Yeah, as you can see, harvest 5,000 mutated plants. So definitely worth doing that. And the last one's gonna be harvest 20,000 mutated plants. So here's a chance now. Just simply go ahead, have your pterodactyl, just knock it out in the first go, okay? There we go. So we're gonna buy, plant, harvest, and then shovel all 1,000. So now that we have knocked out the shoveling, we can have this complete. We can have the shovel 100 plants complete. We can also have another one here that had anything to do with shovel. So let's just say there was one for, I think it was shoveling like 1,000. There we go, shovel 850 plants. That'll be complete. And most importantly, we will also have shovel 1,000 plants. So we can knock out 4 achievements at once. And that's what we're going for. This is the fastest way of doing it. You're knocking out multiple achievements in one go by prepping your garden with exactly the pets you need, with all the slots, and of course, all the plants you have to actually plant. So yeah, that's basically how this works. So here's the list real quick. Go ahead and take a screenshot right now so you can see the common, the uncommon, the rare achievements. I'm gonna kind of zoom it out a little bit more for y'all. Hopefully y'all can see this good. Here is this section right here. Take a screenshot of that, and then take a screenshot of this one right here, and then take a screenshot of this section right here. So that's gonna show every single thing you need, okay, in order, bro. There we go. So all the rares, all the legendaries, all the mythicals, all the divine, all the prismatic right here. There you go. You have everything you need on this list all in one. So once we knock out the shoveling, we're gonna start knocking out the harvesting. So we can harvest all the blueberries, all the strawberries, and then we can sell them. Now, before we sell, we wanna equip our monkey and silver monkey. These guys are gonna make it so you refund the fruit back. So 2% chance if you get the monkey. Silver monkey is actually way better. Go for the silver monkeys. And boom, 7% chance to refund the fruit back in your inventory. So this means you can double sell. If you sell 1,000 strawberries, you get back almost, let's say 30, 40%, and then you sell it again, and boom, you can knock out these achievements for selling. You can knock out the selling strawberries. You can knock out the other ones right here. So if there's anything else with selling, you can just knock it all out, right? And then that will help you get all your selling stuff done with. Sell 300 bamboo. All right, we can also sell all the other things that we need. So you get the point. Buying, selling, so on. And same goes for harvesting. So once you have all these plants, all these pets on your team, you should have your whole entire garden fully mutated. So that means you can go ahead and harvest everything you need for each achievement. So go down the list, harvest those 200 carrots, knock that out, harvest the mutated crops, that should be pretty easy. Harvest the blueberries, the silver, gold, or rainbow crops, also easy if you have the pet mutations. And the pets that I showed you. The mutated blueberries, easy, bro. Knocking all these out, bro. Easy, easy. There we go. W. So yeah, like I said, these are all super easy to knock out. Once all the harvesting is done, once all the selling is done, the shoveling, the planting, you're good to go. Now, also, one more thing, you're probably gonna go into achievements like this, plant 30 coconut trees. If you wanna get coconut trees easily, it's either you AFK or you can use foxes. So be aware of that. Foxes can steal these. So have foxes on your main account and have a coconut tree planted on your alt account and it'll steal from it. Remember, foxes can steal anything that's currently in stock for the seed shop. So anything that was in stock or is in stock still, they can steal it. So be aware. Because like, for example, you're gonna need to do like planting sugar apples. That's where I can see some of y'all having some problems with that. You see plant 6 sugar apples. If you have it, you're good to go. Use the squirrel glitch. So basically the squirrel glitch is, I'm not gonna put it here, but you basically will need to use the squirrel glitch to reclaim them. So simply, you place down a full team of squirrels and then you use your reclaimer and it will just duplicate the reclaimer like every single time. So you can get 6 sugar apples back and then you can replant them back. So if you go to the planting section, like I said, for planting, you're gonna wanna use squirrels for that. So planting, use reclaimer plus squirrels, so you can actually get back whatever you planted and then you can replant it. So you don't have to actually buy it. So be aware of that. That's one way of doing it, okay? And once you knock that out, you're good. And then the only thing left on your list is gonna be feeding your pets. So let's put that down over here. Yeah, feeding pets. So feeding pets is pretty easy. I already showed you how to do this. Let me show you again. Feeding just is simple. You take it, all right? You go down your slots and you just go quickly. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. and just quickly switch through your numbers, and you should be able to use everything off your hotkey. So once again, go over here, type in strawberries. There we go. Okay, and it tells me to feed 1,000 strawberries. No problem, bro. So we're just gonna go number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and look at my hotbar. You see how quickly I'm just going through these? That's gonna be the method for like feeding them as fast as possible, and you can knock out those achievements pretty quickly for anything with feeding. Like feed 300 peppers, bro. Yo, that pet is gonna like explode in the toilet, bro. It's gonna be worse than Taco Bell. And for the final part, it's the gifting. This is the most tedious part. Save the gifting to the end because it sucks. It really sucks because you can't speed it up. The only way is you have to wait for the 5-10 seconds it takes to verify the trade, and then you're good. So yeah, just be aware of that. Gifting sucks. You can only gift one thing at a time. It's gonna take forever. So save it all towards the end, and good luck, soldiers. Good luck. Y'all are gonna be able to finish all this. You can probably finish all this within a day. I'm just gonna say this right now. You can actually knock this out within a day. Like if I sit here, I can knock it out with at least, it would take me probably like 2-3 days with things going on. So yeah, but it's not that hard, honestly. Like use 20 pumpkins for cooking. This is gonna be kind of time consuming. You can knock out all the cooking in one day as well. It should take you around like 10-12 hours. But yeah, so like I said, we have everything covered. Feeding the pets, easy. Then you go towards the cooking. So as you unlock these, you will receive lots of good achievements, and you will receive cooking kits. So like I said, cooking kit is here, also in the rare achievements, and there's one in the mythical achievements. So be aware, these are gonna give you cooking kits, and you're gonna be able to cook something every 6 minutes or so. So be aware of that, and you can put around 5 ingredients for cooking. So for some things, we're gonna have right here in the rare achievement section, it's gonna say use 100 corn in cooking. You can only put 5 plants per cooking, and then it takes 6 minutes to cook, or however long based off what it is and how big the plant is. So be aware of that. The cooking will take some time. But once you have the common and the rare, those two finished, now you have 2 cooking pots, so you can work twice as fast. So yeah, cooking will take you a little bit of time. It's gonna kind of suck. We're just gonna be sitting here, just clicking the button, set some timers. Like for example, 500 tomatoes in cooking. Bro, you'd have to do around 10 tomatoes within 2 cooking pots every single like 6 minutes, okay? So there's just no way around it. It's gonna take you forever, but yeah, you're gonna do this like 50 times. So yeah, 50x. 50 times you're gonna have to run both of those machines. So 50 times 6 divided by 60, 5 hours. Easily, right there, just cooking tomatoes, okay? So yeah, cooking tomatoes, bro, that's gonna suck. And so is everything else with cooking. Anyways, moving forward, once you knock out all the cooking, you're chilling. There's gonna be some other ones. I don't know what else is left here. I just don't see the cooking. Let's see, use something for cooking. Use 15 sugar apples. That's easy. It's actually pretty easy. W there. Okay, and then we got, what else, bro? I just hate the cooking, bro. It sucks. I don't know. I've never been a fan of it. Didn't like the cooking one that much, but I know some people enjoyed it. It was like a change of pace. Use 30 elder strawberries for cooking. Yeah, so once you knock out the cooking, you're good for that. Then it comes to the gifting. Like I said, the gifting is gonna take forever. Boy, you just have to keep on gifting yourself all these things. You see, gift 5 burning buds. That's easy. But gifting 10 ember lilies, also pretty easy. And then it's like weird ones like gift 100 of something. That's just brutal. Like gift 20 cacao or cocoa, not bad. Gift 15 dragon fruits is actually pretty easy. You can actually knock this out pretty quickly. But that one that had like gift 10 watermelons is also easy. Gift 40 daffodils, it's easy. And then it's like gift 100 orange tulips. Like, bro, that sucks. But anyways, that's about everything here. Like, we've covered it all. So hopefully this was a really, really good guide. Very thorough, very detailed, pretty simple as well to follow. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Good luck with the garden guide. Hopefully every single one of y'all have used this video. Make sure you replay back any of these parts, but this is going to be like your master guide, bro. There's not going to be anyone else out there that's going to make it easier for you, bro. This is every single piece of detail you possibly need. The only thing I didn't really include was like all the plants you need to plant here, but it was pretty much straightforward. You have to literally have like one of everything here. So like literally one of each and you're good to go. Yeah, you kind of have to do that no matter what. Even the Romanesco, like Romanesco just came out. That is what you need for the prismatic section. Like as you can see right here, harvest 25 mutated Romanesco, plant 3 Romanesco, harvest 5 gold Romanesco, and 1 rainbow Romanesco. So this is the setup. Let me tell you something real quick. If you want to knock out those planting ones pretty easily without having to buy it, especially if you have nothing, what I recommend you to do, have this garden just like that. As you can see, it's a duplicated garden. All I gotta do is place down 7 red foxes, or even one red fox here in this loop, and those red foxes will steal every single one of these, including the prismatic plants. They can steal the Romanescos. So yeah, if you want to get those quickly, do that so you're not spending 12 hours sitting at the seed shop and just AFKing with an auto clicker on any of these plants. You don't have to worry about that. All right, everybody, subscribe, Thank you so much for making it towards the end of the video. Click on one of these videos right here, bro. Trust me, you don't want to miss it, bro. And anyways, I'll catch y'all tomorrow with a brand new video. Your boy Milky out. And don't forget to subscribe to help me reach 3,000 subs. Please subscribe to the Milky channel. All right, see you tomorrow. Peace.